Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic racing series tonight here. We are at Long Beach Street Course tonight with these incredible GT3 cars. This incredible GT3 series that we are in with the Nexus Sim Racing series. This is Thomas and Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, championship night here in the Formula Touring. What a great season we've had. Multiple different winners, great battles throughout. And it all comes down to this final race of the season, the Long Beach Championship Grand Prix. The best iRacers in the business. As always, I can't wait to get this night underway here. Wow.
Absolutely. Yes, the best racers in the business. No doubt about it. Here with the Nexus Sim Racing Leagues. It is championship night. We're going to be crowning a champion here real soon. 45-minute race coming up. Let's real quick take a look at the points. Right now, P1, Michael Oceans with 88 points. P2, we have a tie. 85 points. That's James Pierce, Travis Smith. Unfortunately, neither of those drivers are showing up. Javon Thompson, all the way back down in fourth with 72 points. He's got a little bit of a mountain to climb, and he needs a lot of luck. Not like Florida State University today, but nonetheless, anything can happen. Javon still going to go out on track and try his best. And Cameron Keeley needs a helping hand from God to help him win this championship. Anything is possible, though. We are street course racing here tonight at Long Beach. First, though, let's go into our real quick leaders of our practice session so far. Right now, it is Cadence Presley in his Porsche, number 119. He has 118.77. He is leading practice right now, but look, we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here. Jay, what are we going to expect from these drivers tonight?
Wow, this is such a unique course. Really tight street course. Tonight we've got 6 different right-handers with 5, or 6 different left-handers with 5 right-hand turns. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys can navigate these tight street courses, or tight street course corners here. It's going to be very interesting to see how they can get track position early, where they play their fuel strategy. A lot of things are going to be decided here tonight. A championship's on the line. A race win's on the line. Can we see a little bit of desperation here in the season finale? I can expect it, and I'm ready for it. Let's get this night of racing underway. Am I right?
Absolutely. We are definitely going to be seeing some desperation. We're going to be seeing some crazy dives. I think we're going to be seeing some crazy moves for position, because position means a lot here at Long Beach. Let's go real quick into our race info before we go into qualifying. This is the Long Beach Championship Grand Prix presented by Digga Boys Broadcasting. We are in Long Beach, California. We got a track temp right now of 108 degrees. Track length 1.95 miles. Altitude above sea level 10 feet. 68 degrees ambient. 41% humidity. Got cloudy skies and a 4-mile-an-hour wind. We got 11 turns of heart-pumping action tonight with a hairpin at turn 11. 6 right turns, 5 left turns, 45-mile-per-hour pace car speed, and a 40-mile-per-hour pit speed limit. You know, Jay, we've seen it here multiple times through this race season. We've seen these guys pit. How crucial is it going to be on championship night for Michael Oceans to get everything right when going down pit road, if it's a necessity?
Yes, tonight is the night you do not want to make a mistake getting on pit road. I was just looking at that 40-mile-an-hour pit road entry speed. That's going to be very, very challenging tonight. Don't want to speed. It's a long pit road all the way down Shoreline Drive, down the front stretch. Do not want to get caught speeding tonight. Michael Oceans knows where he has to finish. If he can get 15th or better, he can claim the championship here tonight. Cannot make a mistake on pit road. It will be crucial for him to get across the checker flag and claim his championship here tonight in the Formula Touring Series.
Absolutely. Lots on the line for this number 11 car, looking for his first championship with the Nexus Sim Racing Series. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. And we have longtime Nexus Sim racer Javon Thompson on the hunt for the championship as well. He's got to have a little bit of luck. He can do it. I think he can. Now, Into qualifying we go. We are seeing Greg Shaw, one of the first drivers on track, absolutely the first driver on track. This number 45 team, though, let's talk about Limitless a little bit here, Jay. What a fantastic racing team so far this year, coming out with multiple podiums between the 45 and the 54 of Alex Light. These guys are absolute contenders every race weekend, maybe just not being able to catch the luck that they need to be able to be on the top spot.
Yeah, you make a great point. These guys are great teammates. We've seen them put together great battles. It doesn't matter what series we're in, but specifically here, this is their expertise. They've shown it all season long, and it seems to always be a battle between them who can get on the podium. Let's see if they can improve maybe a spot or two, maybe find a little bit more pace out of their cars or their race strategy here to climb up to maybe that top step on the podium here tonight. It's not out of the realm of possibility. They're very capable and talented race car drivers, and they know how to work together as a team and to play the strategy to their favor.
Absolutely. They're BMW machines week in and week out with this series. Very, very fast. His teammates on track right now, too, of Alexander Light. You can see very similar paint schemes, just different numbers between these two guys. Number 45 and 54 will be the Limitless Esports guys coming out here at Long Beach, trying to get the win in the final race of the season. Gregory Shaw off of turn 11, off the hairpin, coming down the front straightaway. He's about to start his lap, as we've got a couple of other cars behind him. Remember, Cadence Presley, number 119 Porsche. He won practice by a good margin there. Very quick car, that number 119 Porsche today, as he's now diving on into turn 1. We've got a couple more guys coming across the start-finish line. Dallas Seward, number 38 Porsche. He is crossing the start-finish line as well. Javon Thompson, your other championship hopeful. Here he comes down the front straightaway across start-finish line. He's starting his lap. We'll see what he can do moving forward. Matt Yost also on track in his number 70 Ferrari. As Gregory Shaw still leading this pack. Now going through 7 and turns 8. Going down the back straightaway now.
Yeah, heading down Seaside Way. This is a very awesome part of the track and carry a lot of speed if you can get that great run off of turn 8 down here into turn 9. And then you have that long Andretti style chicane from Laguna Seca that you got to navigate. What are we looking at for pull time here tonight, Tom? What is a benchmark number you think we're going to see?
I think possibly 118 and a halves is what we can absolutely be seeing. Possibly low 118s, maybe even breaking the 117s. We're going to find out here with the 45 car crossing the start-finish line now. Let's see what Greg puts down, a 120. Maybe not something that he wanted at first. We're going to be seeing Cadence Presley. He crossed start-finish line. We got Titus Sherlock, P1 at the moment in that 311 Porsche with the 118.8. These guys are starting to complete their first laps. Here's Jeremy Littleton now crossing the start-finish line. Let's see what Jeremy can do here. He goes P4 with a 119.4. Tanner DeFabus, number 5 Porsche, coming off the hairpin now onto the front straightaway. Be crossing the start-finish line now. Titus Sherlock still on top right now. Let's see what he puts down. Tanner did not get a lap time in. Bacon Zelenka in P3 at the moment. Alexander Light goes P5 in his Limitless BMW, number 54. A great run by him so far. His teammate not too far behind him, only 3/10 of Gregory Shaw. Gregory Shaw is going for another lap. Let's see what Greg can do here coming off the hairpin. And diving onto pit road. See if Cadence has anything here. Coming down the back straightaway. Cameron Keeley, he is coming off at turn 11, the hairpin, for his first lap. That number 63 BMW. See what he does crossing the start-finish line. P9 with a 121. Here comes Mr. Presley once again crossing the start-finish line. And he does not improve. Still P2 up on the board. Dallas Seawork coming in for his second time around. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage to that left rear. Or really to the left side there. Not what he wanted. Michael Ocean's now hitting the track. This is your championship leader. Michael Ocean's holding on to that point lead. Taking his qualifying lap now.
Yes, currently it looks like we only have one guy breaking the 118 mark. That would be Sherlock. Oh, did he make contact? Looked like Oceans might have made some contact with the wall there going through turns 1.
Big contact for Michael there. He's going to try to restart his qualifying run. That's not... Jay, what's going through your head right now if you're Michael Oceans? Do you just try to get a lap in, try to get a good starting position, or do you want to start in the back?
Yeah, see, I'm conflicted because, you know, if you start towards the front, you're going to be able to control your race a lot better, have more predictability and a little bit more control of your destiny in this race. But then maybe you want to start in the back and maybe just save enough fuel and maybe not risk having to make a pit stop. We've seen guys be able to stretch it on fuels in a few races earlier this year. I don't know if it's a possibility here. Bold strategy, but I don't know. You want to stay out of the carnage? Or you want to stay ahead of the carnage if there is possible carnage? I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be a very interesting start here into turn 1.
Yes, it absolutely is. Real quick, in the comments, we got the King of Camo. Hey, buddy, how you doing? He's excited for this broadcast. I'm excited for this broadcast. It's going to be a good one for sure. It's championship night. Can't get any better than this. About to crown the most consistent driver in this series so far. Michael Oceans is that guy. He's ready to be crowned the champion too.
Yeah, and he's been in the thick of it all year long. We've seen just amazing battles that he's been in all season long with multiple drivers. Well-deserving representative here in the championship race to take the crown. Let's see what he does here on this lap.
Well, that's the start of his lap right here. Yep. We'll see what Oceans can do here. Keith Brubaker in the chat. He's also on the racetrack. Can you believe that? Texting and driving is not okay there, sir. Currently P12 in his number 22 Ferrari. Michael Oceans. Oh, no. Looks like not going to be able to put in a lap time here today. Michael Oceans going to be starting in the back.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if that's going to change his approach and his strategy for this race. Maybe make an adjustment, maybe play the long game, maybe catch a caution at the right time where they bunch the field back up. It's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts to secure this championship tonight.
Stephen Downton on track now. The owner of this series. And see what old Steven can do here.
You know what? One thing here about Steven, we ran the Pro 4 trucks here maybe a month or so ago. Stephen Doughton really had this track mastered. He was showing his muscle up front that whole race. Few things could have went his way here and there. He might have ended up in victory lane. But this is a track that I believe suits Steven's driving style to perfection here. You know he's got to be loving it behind the wheel. Let's see what he could do here in qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That Pro 4 race, though, if anybody watching right now has not seen that race, let's just talk about an absolute crazy show. I mean, we fun around and find out, right? I mean, that was just a phenomenal race. It was door banging action from the green flag to the checker flag, and it was, you couldn't make that race up. If I was to sit here and explain to you right now, you wouldn't even believe me.
Yeah, it's must-watch entertainment. Can't miss it. It was just the most thrilling thing. Can't believe that those Pro 4 trucks around here just could do what those guys could make those vehicles do. Was impressive. It looks like Steven crossed the line with a 1:22.673, I believe.
And that puts him P13. Right now, your top three. Titus Sherlock, Cadence Presley, Bacon Zelenka. Right now, fastest lap time, 118.8. Nicholas Presley not hitting the track. Ryan Mulvey not hitting the track as well. Both of those cars have not made a time. Tanner DeFabus, he has tried to make a lap time. Didn't really work out for him. Michael Oceans, we saw the story behind that. Daniel Maddox also was on track for a little bit, but didn't record a lap time. Oh, quality is set to 1
here
lap.
with Maddox. Maybe he'll be making a lap. He's on pit lane now. Maybe your only guy on pit lane. Maybe make an attempt. Maybe for going qualifying. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we got 5 minutes left here in qualifying. You know, I think this is a good time here. Well, we got a little pause in the action. What? I guess what's your pick for tonight? Who are you looking at to maybe secure this victory here?
Yeah, great point, Jay. You know what? I'm going to go with who we talked about first in this broadcast. I'm going to go with Limitless Esports. And this time I'm going to go with Alexander Light. Currently P5, has had a great run this season. Lots of signs of speed out of that team. Not only with Alex, but also with Greg. This is the one last time they can come out and try to sit P1 at the checker flag. I think they're coming out with as much motivation as they've ever had. And we're going to see some great things out of that 54 car, and not only the 54 car, but also the 45. But I'm going with the 54 tonight. Who are you going with, Jay?
Oh, man, this is a tough one. It would be easy to go with the guys putting up the front of the field here, Sherlock, Presley, Zelenka, but I'm going to go with the guy who's currently P4, Jeremy Littleton, with the Twisted Team, teammate to James Pierce. If you remember the race at the Roval just a few weeks ago, this guy put on an absolute masterclass drive at the end of that race, held off your leader Ragioni for a little while to allow himself to back the leader's pace up just a little bit, and then was able to outrun the Limitless guys right at the end of that race and secure a podium. I think Jeremy Littleton carries that momentum forward and gets the checkered flag here tonight.
A great choice, really. Jeremy has also had speed this whole year, doing a phenomenal job. And, we can expect great things out of this 619, especially with the team he drives for. He's got lots of help and backing behind him. And, you know what? Tonight could absolutely be the 619's night to get it done and win this race. So far, we have got just about 2 minutes and 18, 17, 16, 15 seconds now. But man, 2 more cars can hit the track. That's Nicholas Pressey, Ryan Mulvey. These guys have not hit the track so far. Let's see. Alex in the chat. How's it going, guys? Why do you guys keep picking the 54? The 54 is definitely not fast enough. Alex, half the battle of getting speed is confidence. We are instilling that. You got this, Alex. You got this. The 22. Why don't I choose the 22? Because I like the 54. I think the 54 is going to do a great job. Titus, that guy on Pulled is cute, I heard. Well, hey, send in a picture. We'll put it on the broadcast.
There you go. See one of those, what do they call it? The mug shot, or what do they? I don't even know the term. I don't even know where I'm going with this. This is what happens in the last minute and a half of qualifying. You're finding things to talk about for sure. I don't know. One of those. Or that's what I'm thinking of. Headshot. He's one of those headshot guys, huh? We'll see what he could do tonight. Titus Sherlock, you're the man. Let's see what you can do. And I think it's pretty safe to say congratulations, Titus, on your pole. What a phenomenal job.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got no other cars on track. It's going to take a lot longer than, 40 seconds to get around this track right now. Titus Sherlock, he is going to wrap up the final pull of the season. Congratulations in that number 311 Porsche with that pole position. Cadence Presley in P2, number 119 Porsche. Bacon Zelenka going to round out your top 3, number 545 Porsche. Jeremy Littleton P4 in the 619, and Alexander Light rounding out your top 5 in the number 54 BMW. Great run by all these guys. Real quick, let's just pull up the manufacturers right now so you guys can get a look at every car on track right now. BMW with the M4 GT3. We've got Ferrari with the 296 GT3. We've got Lamborghini with the Huracan GT3. Unfortunately, nobody's running that tonight. We've got Mercedes with the AMG GT3. Nobody's running that tonight, unfortunately. And just about half the field running Porsche with the 911 992 GT3. And that's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex has asked if we'll put pictures on the broadcast. Only for Titus. Only for Titus. See, real quick here, we've got Greg on track. Real good P7 qualifying effort for him. Titus, though, also on track in that number 311 Porsche. Let's just, I'm kind of curious, Jay. Let's go on board with this guy. Let's see what he sees.
Yeah, I like these onboard, especially with the Dega Boys cam here on the driver's entry here. Let's see what he does as he's going through this right-hander here. This is setting him up here to head towards towards Pine Avenue once we get through turn 6 right here, and then turn 7. It's kind of a little interesting uphill turn down Pine Avenue, and then down here into turn 8 here, setting up for Seaside Way, the long back straightaway. A lot of passing opportunities are going to have here into turn 9. I think that's where we're going to see a lot of the turns passing opportunities taken advantage of here tonight, as you get this tight right-hander. And then we set up for kind of the Andretti style turn that you see at Laguna Seca, turn 1. Real intricate double apex, got to clip it and then hit the hairpin, carry the momentum off the corner, and set up for that long straightaway down Shoreline Drive.
Absolutely. This is another great opportunity for some passing to go on here. Turn 1 is definitely going to be maybe a little bit of havoc, I'll say the least. Going into turn 1 here, so you can see a little bit of difficulties there with cars coming out from pit road as Titus is working his way through the fountain once again. Maybe a little bit of car contact there with him and the 54. That's what we're going to be seeing all night with these drivers. Lots of car contact, lots of jockeying for position. These guys are not going to give up any positions going through those corners there. It's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see now, Titus dives it back onto the inside of the 54, and he looks like he completes that pass. The 54 of Greg Shaw, he is coming back on the inside. Oh, lots of contact there. For a warm-up practice session, these guys are duking it out.
Yeah, they are. That was almost reminiscent of Scott Dixon Paddle Award from earlier this year. That was interesting right there in turn 8. We'll see what more action happens here tonight. That is going to be very interesting. Get the run off of 6, setting up for that Pine Avenue. Little tight straightaway, real short straightaway. You got that uphill through turn 7. Real interesting. You're turning while accelerating. Uphill as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what they can do to set up passes there. But turn 1, like you said, Tom, that's going to be very interesting. We've seen multiple drivers go straight on into that turn 1 wall. Very hard. You can get real zealous on the brakes here and try to push this corner. But if you push it a little too hard, you're going to be like Ricky Taylor into that turn 1 wall.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right now, Tanner DeFabus, P1, didn't get a qualifying lap in. That may have hurt him a little bit. Look, we got a lots of cars right now on track with the same paint scheme, and they're all fast. They're all in the Porsche as well. These guys ready to come out here and get the job done. We are 4 minutes into warm-up. 1 minute left, and we will be back with you guys here for Grid.
And it looks like that will conclude our warm-up as we are preparing for race. We are gritting up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final race of the season. Let's go ahead and bring up our grid for the final time here. We got Titus on pole tonight in the 311 Porsche with Cadence on the outside of him in the 119. Bacon Zelenka in P3 tonight in the number 545 on the outside of him. Jeremy Littleton in P4. Alexander Light rounding out your top 5 in the number 54 BMW with Alex Benevitz starting P6 in the 114 Porsche. Gregory Shaw, number 45 BMW, starting P7 with Javon Thompson, number 93 Porsche, starting P8. Cameron Keeley, number 63 BMW, starting P9 with Taylor Statham, number 64, starting P10. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with a standing start with the green flag out in the air. Titus gets a great jump off the starting line. No, he doesn't. That's Cadence Presley. He got an amazing start off of the start of this race, the standing start that we just did. Now going into turn 1, Titus is defending against Bacon Zelenka for P2. Cadence is in the wall. He's got lots of damage on the right side. Going through the fountain now. He's side by side with Bacon Zelenka. Cadence is now coming out up on top. We're single file through 4 and 5.
Yeah, as now we're single file. We got a little bit of action back here for P5 as we're rolling here through turns 5. Oh, we got a car around. That is Littleton. Big contact with the rear end. I'm not sure where the contact initiated. There goes the rear tailpiece. He's stuck here. He's going to probably have to tow maybe. Lots of damage. As now we're on board here with Dallas. He's in a little bit of a tight competition here with the 5 car. That would be DeFabus. He's battling hard as now you see Alexander light up the P5. We're all starting to single file out here as we're heading down Seaside Way here for the first time tonight down the backstretch.
Side by side now between Tanner and DeFabus and Dallas Seward. Tanner's looking on the outside to get around Dallas as they make a little bit of contact. Dallas is in the wall. He's going through this double apex all the way into the tire barriers. He's got lots of damage on that car. He's got a toe link bent. He's going to have to come down pit road and get that fixed.
Wow, we got a lot of action here on the first lap as now we got a side-by-side battle here down the front stretch on the first lap. That's Keith Brubaker to the inside. This is a great battle as they're going to ride right here down the line here. Shoreline drive down the front stretch, headed for turn 1. Who's going to lift here in the first corner? Are they going to play a little bit of cat and mouse game on the brakes? They do. What a move here by the 940 car, Pressy. He makes the move. He makes it happen here into turn 2.
These guys duking it out, going through the fountain section. Keith Brubaker does lose that position all the way down to 11th now. Nicholas Pressy rounding out your top 10 as that guy is continuing to move up. Try to get his way to the front. Alexander Light now in the number 54. He has lost 2 positions since the beginning of this race. Currently behind his teammate Gregory Shaw in number 45. These guys were going to be pushing extremely hard to get these BMWs to the front. Cameron Keeley right now up 4 positions in that BMW number 63. Currently P5. He's working his way up as well, Alex Benevitz. He's doing a great job as well. Number 114 Porsche. Working his way back up, but it is Titus Sherlock, your leader right now, coming to complete lap 2 as Cadence Presley got a little bit of damage going through turn 1 on the opening lap and is now playing catch up.
Yes, he's currently about 9/10 of a second behind going into turn 1. Let's see what he does this time. He's going to get real hard and heavy on the brakes here into turn 1. Try to carry this momentum around the fountain section. This is turns 3 and 4. He's going to close closer to the rear bumper here of Sherlock. Sherlock, your pole sitter, he is retaking the lead here, taking advantage of Pressy's early incident that's relegated him back to P2 after that initial start that was just phenomenal. And here's a big tight battle. Here's your points leader, Michael Oceans. He's already worked his way up to P13 in this race, doing everything he needs to do as he's got 2 cars side by side, his championship contender, Javon Thompson, up the road.
Javon Thompson has to maximize everything on track. They got a 45-minute race to get this done. Looks like Michael Ocean's got a little bit of damage on the right side. That's okay. We still got a long race here. As Javon Thompson now coming into turn 8. He's got a pretty clean car, and he is looking forward. He's looking... Is that the number 54? Alexander Light. He's got lots of damage. He's got toe damage. He's coming down the back straightaway. Oh, no. This is not the race that he wanted, as he is now... Oh, we got a little contact right there. The number 19 of Ryan Mulvey there making contact with your points leader, Michael Oceans. Unfortunate for the number 54 car, as he is now all the way back to 15th. Michael Oceans, though, continuing on in P12. He still holds the championship lead at the moment. Number 11 BMW doing a great job to try to keep his forward momentum going. His next target, Keith Brubaker, number 22 Ferrari, right in front of him.
Yeah, as now we see Jeremy Littleton's actually out of the race with that collision that he had, so that's going to take him out of contention, the only car out of the race currently. But we're on board here with Gregory Shaw, currently running P6. He's right here in front of the 5 of DeFabis, right behind Benovitz. They're both, all three of them are within a second of each other, or a couple car lengths, as they're going to head down the backstretch. This is Seaside Way, setting up for turn 8. Let's see what they do here getting into turn 8. If they're aggressive enough on the brakes. Oh, it looks like Gregory Shaw's going to be a little gentle, not push the issue here into turn 9 and 10. This is amazing battle here as we're going through this. Turn 10, here comes Shaw. He's looking to the outside, grabs a lot of the curb over the rumbles. Here gets some contact from DeFabis, set out of turn 11. This is going to be interesting here heading towards turn 1.
A big draft that the 5 car is going to get down this front straightaway. Greg is flashing his lights. He wants around Alex Benovitz, as now they're side by side. It looks like Alex might give him that position. No, they're going to battle. The 114 goes real deep into turn 1. So does the 45. He's looking for the crossover. It's not going to happen. Here comes Greg back to the inside. He gives him a little bit of that bumper business. It doesn't happen. Through the fountain section, it is still Alex Benovitz leading this as the 45 grabs a little bit of wall right there. He's okay, though. Oh, the 5, he gets a little loose. He saves it. That gets a lot of pressure off of this 45 car to go ahead and go after this 114 for a top 5 position. These guys continuing to duke it out as they go into turn 8.
Yes, down into turn 8, that downhill section off the left-hander of 7. He's going to get a great run here off of 8. He's going to set him up down the backstretch. He's looking to the inside here, down Seaside Way. Can he make it work? No, he's going to go back to the outside, maybe fall in line here, maybe give a little bit of bumper business here to turn 9. He does! Oh, Shaw's around! Into the wall! Major contact! Both Limitless guys having a horrific start to this race.
Unbelievable. This is not what Greg needed, as now Nicholas Pressey goes around him in the 940 Ferrari. But Greg's trying to come back on the inside, taking the long way around this hairpin. Let's see if he hits pit road here. It doesn't look like it. He is going to go back down the front straightaway. Alex Benovitz, he is on pit road. So it's not too bad of a mess up for Greg so far. He's still got a lot of time to make up. Unfortunately, not what he needed, though. Greg Shaw now classified up to P8. Still got Nicholas Pressey in front of him, but he might be able to make light work of him, as now they're going through turn 1 and into the fountain section.
Yes, now here we go. Gregory Shaw on the comeback trail here, trying to get around this car in front of him. That is Nicholas Pressey. This is a great opportunity to see if he has enough damage on that car or if it's going to affect him. He's going to get a great run here off of turn 5, setting up for turn 6. He's going to look to the inside. Pressey's going to be a little defensive on the brakes. He's going to hold him off through turn 6. Now turn 7, the uphill left-hander. This is a very awkward turn on throttle, also turning into turn 8. He's going to draw a little closer. Oh, he's going to run almost into the wall. That was really tight there for Shaw. He's going to get a great run down the back, maybe be able to use a little bit of bumper business on Pressey here into turn 9. Can he do it? He's going to follow him into turn 9 and setting up for turn 10.
Coming into this double apex section, the 45 gives way to Pressey as they're going into the hairpin. He's going to look to get a run down the front straightaway as he has a longer or wider apex, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get to the rear bumper of Pressey now going down the front straightaway. Maybe a little bit of that front end damage taking effect to the performance of that car, as now these guys are 7th and 8th with 4/10 of a gap between them. Real quick, Daniel Maddox had a little bit of a moment here coming through turn 1. He is going to try to get that number 10 car turned around. He does, and he also continues on. Daniel Maddox all the way back in P15, trying his best to keep that car on track. Go back live here and see what's going on between Greg and Pressy now. Pressy has a threat behind him in the number 45. The 45s can back up to the rear bumper of the 940 as they're now going through 6 and 7. As Jay already said, a very awkward corner on throttle with steering input going into turn 8 now, and down the back straightaway they go. The 45 is going to look like he's going to get a good run here.
Yeah, as it looks like the weakness of the Pressy car is the straight line speed, the launch down the straightaways. He's really good under braking, as you can see him kind of pull a little bit of a gap on brakes, as Shaw just sent it in there. He's going to have to try and use the inside of this double apex, and Pressy's going to give him the outside, not going to allow him to get to the inside of him. He maybe pull a little bit across, or Pressy goes wide. Oh, contact is made. Shaw gets into Pressy. That was a major incident there. He's going to be stuck there after the hairpin of turn 11. Gregory Shaw's going to take advantage of that and move up to the P8 or P7 position now. As we see more pit stops, this is Nicholas Pressy, who is just wrecked there off of turn 11.
A little bit of an action. Look at that! Steven Down doesn't even have a front bumper, and he's trying to race against Keith Brubaker here, going into turn 1 now. What a sight! What a sight we are seeing right now. Steven Downton muscling that number 09 Ferrari to get around this track without a front bumper, trying to pass Keith Brubaker for position. How crazy. Oh, we got a wreck on track. Oh, Keith slams the wall. Alex Benevitz, he had a little bit of an issue here. Let's go back and see what happened to the 114. This is coming through 9, 10, and 11 right now. Let's see what happened to the 114. Nothing. Never mind. All right, these guys continuing to go on. Let's go back to Steven Downton here. Steven Downton does make that pass after Keith makes lots of contact with that outside wall going through 4 and 5. But Steven just continuing to muscle on here without a front bumper. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is impressive. He's already climbed himself up. Oh, who's that around there? There was a pink car right there in turn 10 was around. Was that Mulvey? I'm not exactly sure. That was interesting. It wasn't Javon, as now we got a pit stop here with Brubaker. That would be the 10 car of Maddox having another incident here in turn 10. He's going to get that thing straightened out, head down the front stretch, Shoreline Drive. Big moments here early, missing turn 1 and then having incident there in turn 11. But now we're on board here with Michael Oceans. He's got the pressure applied to him from Javon Thompson, his championship rival here early on in this race. 12 minutes in. Oh, as Oceans runs wide, has to save it from getting wall contact. Javon Thompson was not able to take advantage of that as Oceans continues his charge through the field. He's up to P8. This guy didn't even get a qualifying lap put down. Had to start to the tail of the field. He's already climbed his way up to P8 with damage. What a championship drive here by Michael Oceans early in the going, trying to pursue this championship in the Formula Touring Series.
Absolutely. This is what a champion driver does. Never gives up. No matter the adversities of this race, a championship driver will always go back out on track and try to maximize his finishing position. We are witnessing that right now with Michael Oceans. Again, a championship drive, currently P8, and continuing to move that number 11 BMW up the field. Currently 6 seconds in front of him, Greg Shaw, number 45 BMW. You can see him all the way in the back there as Greg also continues his quest to get back up into the top 5. Alexander Light also out of this race. That is teammate to Gregory Shaw. We got 2 drivers out of this race. Jeremy Littleton, Alexander Light. Dallas Seward 2 laps down. We've got Matt Yost 2 laps down. Daniel Maddox 1 lap down. Nicholas Pressy 1 lap down. Keith Brubaker 1 lap down. And Alex Benevitz is your next guy here. We'll see. Let's go ahead. Let's pull this up real quick. Here it is. Going into turn 1 now. That is Alex Benevitz. P1, Titus Sherlock just crossed start-finish line. You can see how close that is. P15, Daniel Maddox missing turn 1 once again. Maybe having a little bit of car issues. This is going to be interesting here. We're going to see the number 1 car or P1 right now, Titus Sherlock, going to be running into some lap traffic now. Coming through the fountain and into turn 4.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. As you saw, that early pit stop by Benovitz is now, it looks like Maddox is going to show a lot of respect to your race leader, Sherlock. He knows he's not racing in for position, gives him a lot of space, a lot of respect there out of these guys and these drivers here in this series. As Sherlock is on a different pit strategy as the guy we just mentioned, Benovitz. He came for that early pit cycle. He is putting down laps as fast as he can right now. He knows that he's got to take advantage of this undercut. He knows a gap to the leader is a minute 5. That is something that he can overcome if he can continue to run a steady and fast pace. Maybe Sherlock gets caught in some more lap traffic. Maybe he has some trouble on his pit stop. It could bring this whole strategy game here for Benovitz wide open, as it looks like we might have a pretty close battle on track between DeFabis and Cameron Keeley there for P4. They're about a second apart. As we see them with a little bit of traffic, we got, what, 4th through 6th, all pretty close here in a tight pack. We'll see what this battle continues on.
Absolutely, these guys coming down the front straightaway now. Tanner DeFabis in the P5 position. Currently, your most positions gained since the beginning of this race. That is plus 10 for Tanner DeFabis. Starting P15 tonight, currently P5. He's got Cameron Keeley in front of him, number 63 BMW. As they now go into turn 1, you can see what the number 5 car has in front of him. In fact, let's just go on board, Jay, for a minute here. Let's see what number 5 car is looking at as you now see all the craziness happening in front of him.
Yeah, this is some thick lap traffic, some big moments here as he sees the guy he's racing right in front of him. That's Cameron Keeley, as they just go by Brubaker right there through turns 4, or turn 5, excuse me, setting up for turn 6 here. Oh, he gets a little interesting on the brakes, loses the back end. I don't know if he had a little bit of bumper contact. Interesting move there by Brubaker to get into the guy running in the lead of this field, DeFabis. That's going to have to allow Fabus to try and maybe return the favor here into turn 9, because he's going to draw real close to the back of Brubaker here. This is a big moment. How hard does he get on the brakes here? He's not going to take it to the inside, not going to give any bumper business. He's going to look to the outside here. Oh, Brubaker throws a block. This is big moves, as now Brubaker continues to defend in front of DeFabis. DeFabis is losing a lot of time here into turn 11. Can he get to the inside and get a great run off 11? Looks like he will and get back by Brubaker here.
What a crazy battle we had there between a lap car and the P5 car at the moment. Lost a lot of time to Cameron Keeley there. Now we're looking at 2.5 seconds rather than 1 second. This battle may continue on here as Keith Brubaker is sticking to the rear bumper of that number 5 Porsche right now. Going through the fountain section now. Keith does not get the run that he needs. And Tanner does get that gap that he wanted between himself and Keith Brubaker. Now, going into turn 6, we're going to be seeing Tanner DeFabis working his way back up to Cameron Keeley. They try to get back together here, and it looks like Cameron Keeley, well, we got a battle here. We're going to have a battle here between Cameron Keeley and Bacon Zelenka.
Yeah, as you got your 3rd through 5th all separated here by 4 seconds, as now this podium is wide open here. Let's see what we can get action-wise here with Cameron Keeley through turns 10 right now, setting up for turn 11. This little hairpin turn, setting up for the front stretch. He's going to get really aggressive there on the brakes. It might have killed his exit just a little bit here down Shoreline Drive. But this battle is going to rage on towards turn 1. They know what's in front of them. This is 3 cars all within 4 seconds. This is 3rd through 5th. Big moments here in this race to gain track position before a pit sequence occurs. Whether we see shortcut pit strategies, long game strategies, maybe they're all on the same strategy. This is going to be very interesting as now Cameron Keeley continues to chase down Zelenka here through the fountain section now.
Going into turn 4 now, he's going to set himself up for turn 5. Try to get that run down this little straightaway here against Zelenka in that 545 Porsche. It's still... I'm looking at lap times here, Jay. These guys are very even. Last time by Bacon Zelenka, a 119.97. Cameron Keeley, a 119.98. So very, very close. Lots of speed out of both of these cars. These guys putting in a lot of practice. Open setups. Everybody can adjust the setup as to their liking, which causes great diversity throughout the field on different philosophies of setup. And we see great battles between those philosophies. Real quick, Christina in the chat, a big oof and an F in the chat. I'm pretty sure that's probably in regards to the Limitless guys. Don't worry. They're working their way back up right now. They're doing a great job. Actually,
It looks like Gregory Shaw actually made a pit stop. He's currently running P12.
Yes.
So he blends out after the pit sequence behind Benovitz, who he was running relative to, so 10-second loss there. See if he can recover with fresher tires here towards the end of this run. We still haven't seen pit stops out of your leaders. The top 8 still have not pitted. Michael Ocean's your championship contender, currently ahead of his championship rival, Javon Thompson. They're running P7 and P8 right now. Interesting to see what strategies they play in regards to winning this championship. Lots of stuff can happen here in the next few laps. This is kind of the nitty-gritty part of the race, trying to maintain lap track position to the guys around you and prepare for that up-and-coming pit stop and pit strategy to get yourself to the end of this race and find victory tonight.
absolutely. Right now, Michael Oceans, though, still leading the points by a big margin. Like we said at the beginning of this broadcast, Michael Oceans, he's going to have to finish 16th or worse and have Javon win this race in order for him to lose this championship. But Michael Oceans doing a great job right now, running in front of Javon Thompson. Currently P7, Javon P8. He's doing everything he needs to do in order to win this championship. Right now, Michael Oceans, the number 11 BMW, your championship leader. Let's go real quick to our race leader right now. He's about to get into some lap traffic. That's a 45 car of Gregory Shaw. Right now, Gregory Shaw pulled a 152.7 last time by. Your leader, a 119.28. This guy ain't slowing down. His best lap is a 119.02. Last lap, 119.28. This guy is just ridiculously fast.
Yeah, he's on absolute rails right now. I keep looking at the gap for him and Presley, who's P2 right now, and it's leveled out around 4.85 seconds. But now he's in lap traffic. This is going to get interesting. How hard does Gregory Shaw race your race leader here to stay on the lead lap? This could change the game. Oh, Shaw might have made some wall contact there off of turn 9. He's going to allow the leader to the outside here into turn 10, which is going to give him an inside preferred line here in turn 11. Does Shaw fight back? Oh my goodness! It looks like Presley might have grabbed some wall there off 11. But we're side by side. Gregory Shaw, your last car on the lead lap, battling your leader. Oh, he cuts his nose off here down the front straightaway, set up for turn 1. Where does the leader go? This is some big moments here for your race leader, Sherlock.
Coming now into turn 1, Sherlock goes to the inside. The 45 runs it in deep there. Might have got a little bit of tire barrier, but coming through the fountain section, the 45 car prevails. He holds on to his lead lap status for now. Going through turns 4, the 311 is holding back just a little bit, and into turn 5 they go. The 45 still ahead of the 311. The 311 leading this race as the 45 is in threat of going a lap down. And now going into these next few turns of 6 and 7, this is a prime opportunity to get that 311 to set himself up for turn 8 and this back straightaway to get the draft he needs for turn 9. Here they go, down the back straightaway as the 45 continues to go on the defense over the 311 to hold on to his lead lap status.
Yeah, headed for turn 9. As you can see, the lead has dissipated. It's going away. He had it up to 5 seconds. It's now to 3.2. He might be building it back up a little bit as now Gregory Shaw might have found a little bit of pace. Oh, he's going to send it to the inside into the hairpin. And we're going to go side by side again now, Shoreline Drive. The front straightaway. This is amazing. Gregory Shaw just putting together the best defensive drive as he can to stay on the lead lap. He knows his whole race is in front of him. Off this pit cycle, he cannot lose more time to the leader if he's going to get himself back in contention in this race. Into turn 1, still side by side. Shaw sends it in on the inside, makes wall contact. Big news. Now that's going to allow Sherlock to get in front of a car. Shaw tries to give him the bumper business through the waterfall section. This is insane. Here off of turn 3 and 4 now.
Not what the 45 needed. He needed to hold on to that lap. As now we're going into pit stop strategies. He needed everything he could. Now he's just, the best he could do is get back to the rear bumper of the 311 and either stay and hold strong or try to get back around him. That number 311 though, I mean, still just seriously fast. So dangerous right now how fast that 311 is as he continues to lead this race. Cadence Presley. Oh, wait, we got Michael Oceans on pit road. Your championship leader right now. He's making his pit stop. He's going to fix that damage on the right front of that number 11 BMW and try to get right back out on the racetrack. His pit stop is done, and he is coming through pit lane now, and he is ready to put that number 11 back on the racetrack as he tries to chase his first championship with the Nexus Sim Racing Leagues. Here's Michael Oceans coming back on the racetrack.
Yes, he's finally got his pit stop completed. Now we're on board here with Cameron Keeley, who's got a little bit of a battle behind him as DeFabus has actually climbed up to P4 here. They've both gotten by Zelenka, who's back to P5. This is interesting battles here for the podium, as now DeFabus, after getting stuck in lap traffic and losing all this time, he's back in the mix. Right on the rear bumper here of Cameron Keeley. They're going to go through turns 1 and 2 around the fountain section here, now exiting turn 3, setting up for turn 4. This is a real tight right-hander. Not a lot of runoff here, as it looks like DeFabus has got some speed in this car into turn 5, setting up for turn 6. This is going to be a very good opportunity to make a pass into turn 6, uphill into turn 7, that really tough corner where you transition to the uphill. Can he make a move? As he's going to run real wide and set him up here going into turn 7. Or turn 8, does he have an opportunity here down Seaside Way to make an opportunity to pass as he's losing ground now?
Yeah, it looks like the 5 car got a really bad exit there off of turn 8. He's not going to be able to get that draft that he wanted. Cameron Keeley holding very strong onto P3 at the moment. And it looks like Bacon Zelenka maybe had a little bit of issues there. He's back into P5. As you see now, Cameron, he's coming through the hairpin. +6 at the moment since the start of this race. Tanner DeFabus, +11 right now. Your highest, I'm sorry, the car who passed the most cars since the beginning of this race, that is Tanner in P4 with +11. Ryan Mulvey very close with that, so with the number 19 BMW +10 at the moment. He's looking at Javon to try and get that pass done. As we see Gregory Shaw on pit road, we see Nicholas Pressey on pit road as well. Both of these guys making their pit stops, ready to, actually, something happened to Greg Shaw here. He might be out of this race. He is! Greg Shaw, the number 45, out of this race. That's both the Limitless guys. Both the Limitless guys out of this race.
Yeah, very tough race there for the Limitless guys. We had them pinned in the pre-race as guys to watch out for contending for this win. Now having all this trouble and out of this race, now it's going to open it up. Where's Benovitz? He's currently in P9 right now after that pit strategy. He's maintained that gap. It's been 1:07 ever since he left pit lane. He's been running consistent lap times, not allowing the leader to gain that ground to him to put him out of contention to win this race. What a strategy by Benovitz by going early on the pit strategy. Does this play out to his favor? Is he able to utilize this early pit strategy and capitalize on these other guys having to make pit stops later in the race? He's gone through most of the traffic, a pretty clean track here in front of him, as he's going through turn 6 and 7 now, down Pine Avenue, setting up for turn 8. This is a great opportunity here for Benovitz. Keep your eyes on Benovitz and his relative to the leader. Oh, as he makes wall contact here, exiting turn 8. Oh, I was just talking about how great he's doing, and here I give him the announcer's jinx off of turn 8.
Announcer's jinx striking once again tonight. Look, we got a good battle here, too, between Cameron Keeley again and Tanner DeFabus and the number 5 Porsche, number 63 BMW. These guys been duking it out all race, as it seems the 5 car maybe has a little bit of a slip up in a corner and loses a lot of time, but he is back once again. Tanner DeFabus, the number 5 Porsche. He's got the draft on the back straightaway going through turns 8. They're going to be going through turn 9 now, as Tanner is looking all over the rear bumper of the number 63. Coming through turns 10 and 11. This is going to be a battle for the front straightaway, as you now see the 5 all over the rear bumper of the 63. Cameron Keeley's got to go on the defensive now. He's going to be giving him the draft on the front straightaway. Here comes the 5 car. 5 car is going to be getting that draft, coming across start-finish line now to complete lap 21, excuse me. Is now the 5 car maybe not got the draft that he wanted. Down to 0.3 of a second between these two guys. Not going to take a chance going into turn 1. These guys continue to duke it out now. Going through the fountain section, the 5 car on the rear bumper of the 63 of Cameron Keeley going into turn 4 now.
Yeah, and this is the position you do not want to be in if you're Cameron Keeley, having to play a little defensive, maybe getting on the brakes a little bit later than you would want to be able to stay ahead of this 5 car. But the 5 car's getting great runs as here we are going into 6. This is going to be a great show down Pine Avenue to see who's got the pace. It looks like the 5 car DeFabus is going to be able to follow him through, maybe set him up here into turn 8. He's not going to be able to. Oh, Keeley gets sideways on the 8. Big move. Here comes DeFabus on the outside. We're going to go side by side here, setting up for turn 9. Who's going to be aggressive on the brakes? A little bit of cat and mouse here to turn 9. It looks like the Cameron Keeley's going to hold the inside line, but the crossover by DeFabus here through turn 10. We're still door to door, wheel to wheel here. This is going to give DeFabus the inside line through 11. Oh, hard on the brakes. Let him miss the corner. Keeley tries to set him up for the crossover. It isn't going to work. DeFabus, he takes over P3. What a battle.
What a great battle through 10 and 11 right there. That is everything you ask for when you come to Long Beach, to do the crossover moves and to make it stick. He does it. Tanner DeFabus up into the P3 position, plus 12 since the start of this race. A great run so far by that number 5 Porsche, as he does have Cameron Keeley now coming and trying to breathe down his neck, maybe give him a little bit of a bumper business to try to get back that P3 position. That BMW, though, fighting extremely hard in a sea of Porsches. The only other manufacturer in the top 5. At the moment, Cameron Keeley P4, Tanner DeFabus in P3. DeFabus, he's walking away.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. DeFabus was able to apply the pressure and force Keeley into a mistake. Can Keeley put the favor back to him here? He's going to get a little bit of a draft here down Seaside Way, the backstretch. Maybe set something up here into turn 9. We know how good Cameron Keeley is on the brakes. He's really gentle getting into the entry, not overcooking it. He did it one time, and that's what cost him. Now he's going to run real close here through 10. Maybe he gets something set up here in 11. He's going to draw right up to the bumper here of DeFabus. DeFabus went wide, so did Keeley. And we see pit stops. Is that your second place of Presley? Down pit lane. The leaders' pit cycles have begun as we got just under 15 minutes remaining in this race.
These guys are definitely going to need fuel, it looks like, to be able to complete this race. Cadence Presley did grab a lot of damage off the start of this race, maybe affecting him a little bit to get back up to Titus Sherlock. He is going to have that damage fixed. It's going to be very interesting to see what that 119 Porsche can do when he comes back out on track. Cameron Keeley, though, still continuing to hunt down Tanner DeFabus, as we got a little bit of a battle here now between Javon Thompson and Alex Benevitz. Alex Benevitz does make that pass on Javon Thompson. Remember, Alex Benevitz was one of the first to come down pit road, and he's making every opportunity he can out of it. Now, Taylor Statham, he's coming down pit road in that number 64 Porsche, as Alex is going to make up another position off of a car on pit road. That's going to put him up to P6, and that puts him back in the starting position that he was in. Alex Benevitz now in the 114 going into turn 1. You see a little bit of damage on that left side, not a lot. He is still really fast, 119.9 as he went by the start-finish line last time by. Working his way back up into the top 5. Cadence Presley comes back out on track with some damage fixed. It looks like he's still got a little bit of damage on that right rear of that car of the 119. Cadence P5 at the moment. He's got Bacon Zelenka in front of him by a pretty good margin there. 21.3 seconds these guys are at. Cameron Keeley and Tanner DeFabus. Looks like this battle here maybe has lightened up a little bit. Not as hot as it once was. As Titus Sherlock continues to lead this race. 32 minutes and 45 seconds into this race.
Yeah, it's currently on track. Your top 4, the only ones that haven't made a pit stop. Pressy and Benevitz are currently the leaders of this pit sequence, as now you see Sherlock closing up to the rear bumper here of Maddox. Let's see if Maddox gives him some room. He is going to give him a little bit of room to the inside. He makes wall contact. Nearly came back into your leader, but here he comes. Here comes Sherlock, your leader. We'll have to see where he blends out. Does he have Fabus and Keeley follow him down pit lane? This will be very interesting to see if they match the leader or if they play the long game past the leader. This is going to be very interesting. You're off of turn 11. Let's see if they hit pit lane here. DeFabus is not going to hit pit lane. Neither is Keeley. That's going to put DeFabus to the lead. That's your third different leader in this race so far.
Here comes DeFabus. He does pass Titus Sherlock. So does Cameron Keeley, as these guys are now P1 and P2. The number 5 Porsche holding very strong right now with some very competitive lap times at 119.5. So does Cameron Keeley at 119.5. Bacon Zelenka all the way back in P3, 6.5 seconds behind Cameron Keeley. He pulls a 119.4. The fastest cars on track at the moment are these top 3 cars. Titus Sherlock now coming off of pit road as he continues on. Let's see where he blends out from Cadence Presley. A great gap between these two guys. This is what Titus wanted to see, about 3.5 seconds between these two. It continues to shrink a little bit. No, it levels off at about 3.75 seconds between these two guys. A great thing that Titus wanted to see, as now we're seeing Tanner DeFabus coming into turn 9. We're going to see if he's going to make a pit stop this time by.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they make the pit stop this lap or if they want to stretch it to the very end of this race. As now DeFabus gets real gentle on the brakes. Didn't want to overcook that corner, but that's set up for a great run down the straightaway. Both your leaders is still not pitted yet. That's DeFabus and Keeley as they continue to run 1-2. Zelenka is running P3. He still hasn't made his pit stop, but the big news of the race, Sherlock with his pit stop was able to maintain the lead over Presley, who'd undercut him just by a few laps, and it's leveled out about 3.8 to 4 second gap there between 1 and 2. Can Presley put together a phenomenal drive here at the end and run down your relative race leader Sherlock? Can DeFabus and Keeley, can they stretch it to the end of this race without a pit stop? Do we see him pit at the last minute? This race is wide open. Podiums are to be decided. Strategy still to be played. This is the most intriguing part of this race. We were under 10 minutes to go here at Long Beach.
Definitely all still up in the air between all of these drivers right now, the top 5. You can't even predict it right now because we still got lots of racing left to go. Still, though, excuse me, Michael Oceans is your points leader. Javon Thompson, 1 point in front of him in P7. That is still your championship battle going on as Tanner DeFabus is coming through the final corners. That is turn 11, the final hairpin right there. Let's see if he makes a pit stop this time by. He does! Tanner DeFabus into pit road. Cameron Keeley does not. Cameron Keeley still out on the racetrack, completing lap 27 and on to lap 28. We just got under 10 minutes left in this race. Anything is still possible.
Yeah, as this big Cameron Keeley becomes your 4th leader of the race, as now you see Zelenka make a pit stop. So Cameron Keeley is the only one on track that has not made a pit stop yet. Has he saved enough fuel? Is he trying to stretch this race out to the very end? This race has got drama, anticipation, everything into one. We cannot wait to see what we're going to experience over the next 9 minutes of this race. Is now Titus is going to move up to P2. The only guy in front of him is that guy, Cameron Keeley, that hasn't pitted yet. As he's going through the fountain section now, he knows what's in front of him. Just run consistent in fast lap times. Keep that gap in front of Presley. And then see where this all shakes out after the pit sequences.
Yeah, this is just crazy. Maybe Cameron Keeley does have enough fuel. Maybe he saved enough to go throughout this whole entire race on 1 tank of fuel. It's entirely possible. We haven't seen a BMW up front leading like this in this race to give us a judgment on where the BMW fuel mileage is at. So Cameron Keeley, oh, he does pit. He's coming down pit road now.
Yeah, that takes a little bit of the drama out of it, as now Cameron Keeley's going to come down to pit lane. But your podium positions are all still up for grabs as DeFabus has the 1-lap undercut on Cameron Keeley. Does the 1-lap overcut? Does that make a difference here? As now we're back on board with Sherlock as he's exiting turn 11. He should be able to re-inherit the lead here pretty easily, as you see the Presley behind him coming out of turn 11 there, 4.5 seconds behind. Let's see what he can do in these next 7 minutes to close this gap down on your race leader, Sherlock, as now it looks like Cameron Keeley is heading for pit exit. Where does he blend in with DeFabus? DeFabus is coming down the front stretch now. This is going to be very tight here for P3. Looks like DeFabus is going to overtake Kevin Keeley into turn 1. They're going to go door to door. It's not going to work as he has to use the exit pit blend line there off into turn 1. He's got a little bit of a gap here to that podium position that DeFabus currently holds.
Unfortunate for Cameron Keeley here, he does lose that position to Tanner DeFabus. That is the, excuse me, the P3 position. That is your podium. Cameron, though, he's not going to back down. He's going to try to get right back to Tanner DeFabus here. Try to get all the position he can. Now going through 6 and 7 and into 8. Maybe DeFabus might have a little bit of lap traffic in front of him. This might slow him down a little bit. I think that's Ryan Mulvey. It is Ryan Mulvey maybe trying to help out a fellow BMW friend and help Cameron Keeley get back to the rear bumper of this 5 car.
You were thinking exactly what I was thinking there, Tom. Maybe a little bit of a BMW alliance here. Can Mulvey hold back DeFabus here? DeFabus is going to get a great run. He's going to take it to the inside here down Shoreline Drive, your front straightaway. They're going to probably be side by side going into turn 1. If Mulvey could just stay to the outside of him here, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. No, he is. He's got a great run up on the outside here. He's not going to be able to stay side by side, as now DeFabus is clear of Mulvey. I can put Mulvey a lap down, and unfortunate for Cameron Keeley, he was not able to get a little bit more help there from his fellow BMW, as he's now going to have to try and get by Mulvey himself as he goes through the fountain section now. With 5 minutes remaining, the Dega Boys 5 to go here at the Long Beach Championship Grand Prix.
Championship Grand Prix, Michael Ocean, your points leader in P7 right now. Javon Thompson, 2 places behind him. He's about to go a lap down by Titus Sherlock. Here comes Titus now coming to the outside of the 93. We see a lot of good sportsmanship there by Javon. Honestly, expect nothing less from him. A very great competitor and a great online race car driver there of Javon Thompson. A great job by that 93 team all year. But right now, it's all eyes on Michael Oceans on that championship run. Currently P7 plus 9 since the beginning of this race. Michael Oceans doing a great job in that number 11 BMW at the moment to keep that championship lead. 41 minutes in. Very close to 41 minutes in. And we just about got this thing wrapped up. Titus Sherlock, your leader right now, coming excuse me, through turns 4 and 5. P2, Cadence Presley going through turns 4 and 5 as well. Tanner DeFabus in the fountain section into turn 4 now. With Cameron Keeley not too far behind him. He is losing time, though. That gap used to be 1.5 seconds. Now it's 3 seconds. As it looks like Tanner DeFabus might just hold on to this P3 position.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. Didn't start there. Had to work his way through traffic. Had to play the strategy game correctly. And was able to get into a podium position here late in the race. If he could just continue to run this pace and not make any mistakes, he's set in line to get this podium. What a drive it has been so far tonight for Tanner DeFabus, as he has moved all the way up to a podium position. Also, Michael Oceans, he is currently in P7, your championship leader, like Tom mentioned. Just a few laps away from championship glory here in the Formula Touring Series, Season 1. And currently only 8 cars on the lead lap. That just goes to show the pace that Titus Sherlock has put together tonight in this race. 5.7 seconds over Presley, who's in P2.
I just got to point out something real quick here, Jay. Titus Sherlock just pulled a 118.6. You can see that at the bottom right-hand side of your screen. That's faster than qualifying. That guy is putting on... he's on rails right now. He's really got this track dialed in for himself in this number 311 Porsche. And it just looks like he has checked out and is continuing to put on his clinic for today. What a great run by Titus, as well as he continues to move on here through turns 8 and down the back straightaway. 5.5 seconds behind him. That's Cadence Presley going down the back straightaway right now, as you see Javon Thompson there as well. Doing a great job there. 118.9 last time by. Fast. That's all I can say. These guys showed up with all the confidence in the world, ready to win this race. They came out here and executed. Titus Sherlock coming down the front straightaway now with just about a minute and 45 left in this race.
Yeah, as we're closing in the final laps of Season 1 here in the Formula Touring Series, Titus Sherlock, in his debut here in the Nexus Racing Leagues, is leading this race into Turn 1. What an absolute masterclass drive. Had to retake the lead after not getting a very good initial start to the race. Presley actually took the lead from him, was able to come back at him and take advantage of him with that little bit of damage Presley had and retake the lead, and hasn't really looked back. Made his pit stop early. Now he's flashing the lights to the 10 car of Maddox here into Turn 6. Let's see how well he's able to navigate this lap traffic. Doesn't want anything to go wrong here towards the end of this race. We got a minute left.
1 minute left in this race. We got, oh, the 311 makes a little bit of wall contact there. Might not mean a lot, though. We just got 50 seconds left in this race. The 311 doing a great job. So hold his composure coming through these final corners here of 9, 10, and 11. Looks like we might be getting the white flag this time by Jay. As the 311 comes through. Final corner of turn 11. Right now, though, all eyes on Michael Oceans as he continues his run in P7 plus 9 since the beginning of this race. The points lead, championship glory, all to the number 11 car of Michael Oceans, coming through turn 5 now.
Yeah, we are on the white flag lap for your leader. He is now entering turns, or going through the fountain section here, turns 2 and 3. He's going to go through turn 4 here for the final time. Wow, what an absolute race he's put together. Going to go through turn 5 one more time, heading for turn 6 up Pine Avenue. The very challenging corner. This has been a lot of interesting runs have been developed here, setting up for turn 8 all night long. He's mastered it. I mean, look, he's flying here through Pine Avenue down into turn 8. He's heading for Seaside Way one last time here tonight under the Firestone Bridge. What an absolute drive by the 311 Porsche of Titus Sherlock, going through turn 9 now. Gonna do turns 10 through the tight little left-handed loop, double apex it perfectly, heading for the chicane, turn 11 for the final time off of turn 11, heading for Shoreline Drive. Here it is, your winner in the season finale here in the Nexus Formula Touring is Titus Sherlock.
Titus Sherlock winning championship race night. Here comes Cadence Presley coming home P2. Tanner DeFabus coming down the front straightaway now. Celebrating a little bit there with number 5 Porsche. I would be celebrating as well if I was Tanner. What a great drive there. Michael Oceans, though, he is coming through turn 6 and up the hill through turn 7. This is all he needs to do is finish this race. Michael Oceans, he is going to be hoisting the trophy tonight. Down the back straightaway, the number 11 car goes as he now continues to realize he has this in the bag. The number 11 BMW strong all season long, putting himself in great positions to put himself in a position where he can win the championship tonight. And that's what he does. Coming through the final corners and the turn 11 hairpin, Michael Oceans coming off the final corner and down the front straightaway. He is looking at championship glory. The hoisting of the trophy tonight goes to Michael Oceans, your Season 1 Formula Touring Championship winner.
What a championship drive by Michael Oceans. Didn't even get a qualifying lap in. Had to come all the way through the field and had some damage on top and was able to come home P7 and claim the Season 1 championship. Michael Oceans, congratulations, Michael Oceans. What a season you put together there in that number 11 Ocean Spray BMW.
Absolutely. A great run all season long by this number 11 car. Let's go ahead and pull up some of our drivers. Tanner DeFabus, not currently ready for an interview. Let's go ahead and check out Cadence Presley. Currently not available for an interview. Titus Sherlock, neither. You know what, Jay? We're going to do it. We're going to go straight to our championship winner here tonight. That is Michael Oceans. Michael Oceans, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Congratulations tonight! You are the Season 1 champion of the Formula Touring Series here at the Nexus Sim Racing Leagues. Congratulations! What a
Thank you very much.
crazy season you've had so far. Lots of strong runs. Unfortunately, tonight, not as strong as probably what you like, but it doesn't matter. You get to hoist the trophy and forever go down as the Season 1 champion. Congratulations!
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Michael, why don't you tell us just a little bit about your season? Tell us, some of the high points, the low points that you went through, and how you got to Long Beach with the chance to win this championship.
Honestly, I don't even know. I just wanted to stay safe, and that's basically all I shot for. And then people didn't show up for races, so it kept boosting me up.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, I have nothing else to say. Consistency is what you got here, or is how you got here. Michael Oceans, you showed up every week. You put in the time, you put in the effort, and you come out as the Season 1 champion. Congratulations once again. Jay, that's all I got for Michael here. What do you got for him?
The champion, Michael Oceans. Congratulations, my guy. What a phenomenal season. The amazing battles you had all year long. You had to earn this championship the hard way, in my opinion, with all the stiff competition that we had. Who do you have to thank for your just phenomenal season and great performances all season long to claim this championship tonight?
I thank SK for hosting these races and my family for putting up with me, spending all the time to play, and everybody I race with.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely came out here and showed that you were ready to win this championship. Once again, congratulations on your championship run. Forever the Formula Touring Season 1 champion. Congratulations once again, Michael, and we hope to see you next season.
Thank you guys very much. You will be seeing me again.
Absolutely. I love it. Love it. That's your champion for the Season 1 Formula Touring Series. Let's go ahead. We got these guys back here. Tanner DeFabus. Let's go ahead and pull him up. Let's get a good graphic on the scene here. Why don't we? All right, Tanner. Let's bring him down. Tanner, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do copy.
Tanner, what a fantastic run you had tonight. Arguably the most action-packed race out of this whole lobby tonight. You had a little bit of troubles there. I mean, maybe a bad qualifying run, but you worked your way back all the way up to a podium position, plus 12 since the beginning of this race. Tell us a little bit about what you experienced, the racing, and how did you do that?
Yeah, so going into qualifying, I knew I had pace, and I knew we had one lap, and if I could just get one good lap, that I'd probably be set for a good race. But during my lap, it was abnormal, and I was pretty frustrated with that. And then going into the race, I had the mindset of just go for it, And on the standing start, had a great standing start. Absolutely flew up to 8th in the first lap, so that was pretty good. And then from on there, it was really just about keeping a good pace, managing the gap between other drivers, and saving some fuel on the way so that I could stay out for a little bit longer. And it worked out really well. We had a little bit of trouble at one point. Almost hit the wall a couple times. And I believe I had contact with somebody, but it was a bit of net code and lap 5 or something. But yeah, from there on, it was just really good. And I'm genuinely surprised with myself too. Very happy with that.
Yeah, I would be. I mean, good Lord, the run you had tonight was just, I mean, phenomenal. I mean, I have nothing else to say. You were awesome to watch on track, to be for us to talk about and to give us some great content. I mean, Tanner, great job tonight. Still, a P3 should almost mean a win to you with everything that you had to go through. I would be taking this as one of the highlights of my iRacing drives. if it was me. But congratulations on your P3 finish there. Hey Jay, that's all I got for Tanner here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, what a masterclass drive. I think I said it on the broadcast. We're like, where did he come from? All the overtakes that you made tonight just put on a well of a show for everybody watching at home. Thanks for that, for one. And then number two, who do you have to thank for your amazing performance here tonight?
Yeah, so for my performance here tonight, I would like to thank Rising Eclipse Competition. They've treated me very well. It's a great team, and I believe we finished 1, 2, 3. And yeah, P6 as well. I'm not sure where else we finished after farther than that, but it was great. And thank you to Michael Costello. He was being my spotter, and he did great. And yeah, that's who I really have to thank tonight.
Absolutely. Well, a great run by yourself here tonight, Tanner. Tanner, we truly hope to see you in some of the next races that we have going on here at the Nexus Sim Racing Leagues. A great competitor, some phenomenal speed that you had tonight as well. And Tanner, congratulations on your P3 finish, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Yep, thank you very much.
Absolutely. That's your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up Cadence Presley here. Your P2 finisher. Cadence, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do copy.
Cadence, what a phenomenal run you had tonight. Look, I have a talking point here. I'd like to get what was possibly going through your head there. What happened? Turn 1, lap 1?
I overcooked it so much. I had way too much confidence going into that first turn. Completely overcooked it and smacked the wall, so I had to deal with wheel damage for the entire race because I smacked
Wheel
the wall
damage?
in the same turn coming out of the pits.
So you had wheel damage and you were still pulling 118.9s.
Well, not consistently, but I believe my fastest lap was on 1:18.8. I was just honestly, the only problem was the steering center point, which doesn't affect me very much because in my karting career, I've dealt with bent steering columns for my entire racing career, which is 6 years. So I'm kind of used to that. And honestly, I just kind of pushed through the pain and started to pick up some good laps, and that's when I really gained confidence. And I don't know, I had a good time.
Yeah, well, you had a good time. We had a great time up here calling the shots that you guys were putting on for us. A phenomenal show that you gave us tonight. Thank you, Cadence, for coming out here and giving us some great content. But really, I mean, a dominant performance that you put on. How do you feel with like a second place finish here behind Titus?
It's all right. I definitely would have thought to beat him because I'm a very competitive person, and I got fastest lap in practice by about a tenth from him. But that was kind of a hero lap. I couldn't really recreate that lap that much. But I did get another 1:18.8 this lap or this race. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with the second place. But you know, I always want to win.
Absolutely, that's the type of drive that I like to see. Cadence, congratulations on your P2 finish. Jay, that's all I got for Cadence here. What do you got for him?
Wow, that was some great insight there with that lap 1. What a great drive considering everything that you had to fight through. And then the strategy played out well. You were able to maintain that P2 at the end. Who do you have to thank for this awesome performance here tonight?
First of all, I would really like to thank Michael Costello and Rising Eclipse Competition. They were super helpful this race. They were running calculations and all that, and Michael Costello was a spotter for pretty much everyone on the team. He was going back and forth between driver and driver and honestly just helping everybody out with lap cars and all that. So all of that is all thanks to them. I would also like to thank my sponsors, Extreme Sim Racing and Sim Magic. They have hooked me up with an amazing simulator chassis and an amazing wheel and pedal set. So I have the Sim Magic FX Pro wheel and the Sim Magic Alpha Mini wheel base, which has really helped me out this race because the wheel gives me all the information I need and it gives me shift lights. So you can go check them out at extremesimracing.com. You can use my coupon code Relentless1C, all one word, all lowercase with the number 1. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Dope. Hey, congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, Cadence. Thank you for coming out here, giving us some great content. And I still don't know how you finished P2 with some toe damage there, but masterful drive. Congratulations again there, Cadence, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you. Just one more note before I leave here.
Yeah.
I am 14 years old.
14. My guy. Somebody pick this man up. Congratulations again, Cadence. And yeah, we truly hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you so much. I will definitely be in the next race.
Awesome. Awesome. That was Cadence, your P2 finisher for tonight. 14 years old! Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Crazy. All right, let's bring down Titus, your race winner for tonight. Doing a little bit of wheel turning right there. Tires smoking. Let's bring him down. Titus, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Copy, yep.
Titus. What a clinic you put on. An absolute clinic. A little bit of a battle that we saw there on the opening lap in turn 1. But you got back around Cadence there. And you held on to the lead of the race pretty much the whole race. I mean, just an absolute clinic. We saw your fastest lap time as a 118.65. Faster than qualifying. I mean, that was... where do you get this speed, my guy?
Yeah, well, I had a pretty bad start. He gapped me going into the first corner, but he went in a little bit too deep, and I was able to get back around him. And yeah, after that, I was just not making mistakes and just doing the fastest laps that I could.
Did you feel like throughout the course of this race that you could possibly run into some competition from the cars behind you?
Yeah, I mean, Cadence James was pretty quick. I was only a couple tenths faster than him maybe, and he was fast, so there was definitely some competition, and I couldn't just relax. But yeah, and it was great because they're all my teammates as well. Cadence, Van Tanner in second and third, so it's a great day for the Rising Eclipse team.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to talk about that as well. We have a lot of comments in the chat as well. Rising Eclipse, FTW, and everybody else cheering you on and the team on. You guys had a lot of support out here tonight. It even sounded like you guys had your own spotter as well with Michael Costello.
Yeah, me and Costello started this team just a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, his sim isn't working at the moment, so he was being kind of all of our spotters. Whenever someone needed some help, he was bouncing around, doing fuel calculations and spotting lap cars and whatnot. So yeah, he was a big help today.
Awesome. A great team makes great wins, which makes championships. But congratulations on your win here tonight, Titus. A team effort going 1, 2, 3, and having somebody on the box truly works wonders there. Congratulations on your win tonight, Jay. That's all I got for Titus here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations, Titus. I mean, wow, what a pace that you put on. I mean, you lapped all the way up to P9. It was just incredible, the drive that you put together. I don't think it was ever really in doubt. Is there anybody else you want to thank for this performance tonight? Maybe someone that we get in touch on?
I mean, I already touched on everyone, I guess. Just, me and Costello and our other friend Jesse Lacey started on this journey maybe a month ago now, and it's been a lot of work getting people together and putting time in building setups, and to see the results coming so quick is a great feeling.
Absolutely. Well, again, a absolute clinic that Titus put on tonight. A great run as well. Very classy. On track with all the racing that he had to do. Congratulations on your win tonight, Titus. We hope to see you in the next one.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Your race winner for tonight, that is Titus Sherlock. What a great race that we had tonight, Jay. I mean, wow. Let's just recap a little bit here. I mean, from the start of this race, we had racing going on non-stop. We had in the back of our minds that championship battle with Michael Oceans and Javon Thompson. Michael Oceans ultimately holding out, but for a while there, it kind of seemed like maybe he didn't have what Javon had. But in the end, Michael does come out and win the Season 1 championship. And then up front there, we had a great battle in Turn 1, Lap 1 between Cadence and Titus. But Titus taking that fight right back to him and passing him and ultimately running on to win this race.
Yeah, what an absolute race. We did something a little different here with the start. We had a standing start here tonight in the Long Beach Championship Grand Prix. It made for some interesting racing. We saw Presley, 14-year-old phenom, out here, goes into turn 1, overcooks a little bit, gets a little bit of damage, and then had to drive that next stint with a damaged car, running extremely quick lap times. Unfortunate for him, though, his teammate, super fast Titus Sherlock, goes and takes the lead. Kind of controlled the race from there on out. Then we had the championship battle there with Oceans, kind of controlling it there. Didn't get a good qualifying lap in. Had to work his way through the back, played the strategy well, had a little bit of damage, and just kept fighting. Kept digging and clawing, showing why he is the champion here, Season 1 of the Formula Touring Series. What an amazing season. I mean, that's what I want to talk about. Just an amazing season, amazing race, amazing season, great battles throughout. Even in this race, just amazing battles, overtakes. We saw DeFabus come from behind the 8-ball, basically, and drive his way up to a podium. Just a phenomenal way to cap off an amazing Season 1 here in the Formula Touring Series.
Absolutely. This is championship night. Michael Oceans coming out, winning the championship. Titus coming out here and winning the race. What a great run by Michael Oceans all year long. Big shout out to him coming out here every weekend, putting in the time, putting in the work, and winning the championship. Congratulations once again to that number 11 BMW, your Season 1 champion. We're going to start to wrap up this broadcast here. We got a couple things going really cool on the channel right now. I'll hand it over to Jay real quick as we talk a little bit about our podcast side.
Yes, the Full Send Half Mast podcast rages on another Tuesday night at 8 Eastern Time right here on this channel. We are doing, if you love what you saw tonight, if you love sports car racing, we are going to preview sports car racing going into 2024. Anything IMSA WeatherTech Series, the World Endurance Championship, all the new manufacturers, driver swaps, it's going to be exciting. If you guys have any questions or comments or opinions or anything that you want to be talked about on the podcast in specific, go to our community page. There's a post there. Comment on that post with your question, opinion, topic of discussion, whatever it may be. We want to hear it. We want to talk about it. We want to get your guys' opinions. We want to share that out there in the world. Open platform, and we're going to give you our predictions going into the season. We're going to talk about the Rolex 24, who could potentially win that race, manufacturers to look out for, new manufacturers, what are they going to do, how are they going to succeed, who's going to win the World Endurance Championship, who's going to win the 24-hour Le Mans. We got you covered. We're going to be talking about that here on Tuesday. IMSA WEC season preview for 2024. I can't wait to see you guys there. You don't want to miss it. Also, the holiday season is here. It is fastly approaching. Christmas time is here. If you guys want to find the perfect gift for a stocking stuffer for your friends, family, and loved ones to put under the tree, go and buy some Dubby. Get a tubby of Dubby. Get a starter kit. Put it in your stocking stuffer. It is a great gift. Use code DEGABOYS for 10% off your order. That code and link is in the description below of this video. Go check them out. Big supporters of the Dega Boys broadcasting, and I love it. I love some Dubby. Good old energy starter when I gotta go work my full-time shift. And then also, if you guys love merchandise, you guys want a new swagged out shirt, a new swagged out sweater, a hat, a beanie, whatever it may be, go check out our merch store. We have some awesome stuff to throw under the Christmas tree for all your friends, family, and loved ones. It helps us out a ton, supports the channel, and we get a lot of that money goes back to help us make this awesome production, quality content we can for you guys here live on YouTube. And that brings me to my next point. I appreciate every single one of you that has come out to all of our streams over the last few seasons, has left a comment, liked our videos, comment or subscribed to our channel. It means the absolute world to us. Me and Tom have full-time jobs. We work, and we try to bring you guys the best racing platform on the internet to share our love of racing to the world. I don't think you'll ever meet a racing fan, more passionate racing fans than me and Tom. You might meet another Formula One fan that might love Formula One more than whatever we do, or NASCAR fan. But overall, Broad Motorsports, we are the most passionate and loving fans of the sport. And we love racing. We want it to succeed in the future. And that's why we bring you this great content. And we continue to pursue our dreams of being professional racing broadcasters. And it all starts here on this channel with you guys. We love every single one of you. And thanks for coming out tonight. That was pretty long-winded there, Tom. You wrap this one up.
No problem. Hey, a lot was touched there. Make sure you guys go check out all of the options that Jay just put up there. Real quick, though, I want to bring to light a membership program that we have at the Dega Boys channel as well. Make sure you guys check that out. We've got lots of different options for lots of different lifestyles there for you, so make sure you check it out. All the proceeds help us, again, in creating some very high quality content for you guys. We really appreciate it. And if you do join, you might get to be like Dallas Seward, who we are going to shout out right now as being part of our membership program. Thank you, Dallas. Once again, you might be able to even be on a broadcast with us or a podcast. You never know what the opportunities may come to be. Make sure you guys go check out the King of Camo on YouTube. Go over to their channel and give them a like and a comment and a subscribe. It helps them. It helps us. And if you like anything from Mild to Wild on firearms customizations, you guys might like them as well. Go give them a like, a comment, and subscribe. Tell them Dega Boys sent you. It means a lot to them. It means a lot to us. This has been the Dega Boys production of Championship Night here at Long Beach. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next one.